Jasmy Coin update. Again, keeping these videos is brief, under 5 minutes. Want to just get this opinions and kind of just what I'm talking about off as quickly as possible. 0.02256 at the time of this video. Jasmy sitting at around a $1.1 billion market cap, trading volume around 271 million over the last 24 hours, which is down around 7%. Again, you can see the last day. If you zoom out on these charts, which again I reiterate is important to do when you're looking at these charts, last 7 days, 4.15% in gains. Over the last month, 292%. Definitely seeing some evening out here at the top, which I think is healthy for Jasmy. We were expecting a pullback, which we did see a little bit of a pullback here, right? Shortly after it ran up, it was at 0.026. We saw some pullback, now saw it starting to rise again. Probably going to see some pullback again, more profit selling, and then I can see it spiking back up, or if not, staying pretty consistent. If we zoom out here, it was down for very shortly for like an hour or a couple hours. It was down to 0.016. The trading volume once again spiked, and then we saw Jasmy start to climb again. But again, I've talked about it before in the last couple of videos with Jasmy, just alluding to the need. It almost is a need at this point for the quarter four lockup, or I'm not even going to call it quarter four, but the lockup of tokens, for Jasmy to have very, very significant price action. Because I talked about it before. 13 cents puts Jasmy at a 6x. At a $6 billion market cap. So 6x from the current price puts it at $13 cents, sorry. And this is obviously this is taking into account no lockup of any tokens, right? The same supply that it currently has. If it has the all-time high of ICP at an $18 billion market cap, Jasmy trading at 38 cents, which is 16, almost a 17x, which is, it's great, right? 17x in any crypto, any investment is an elite return. But looking at the supply, 50 billion, 49.3 billion Jasmy circulating supply. Again, not all these coin market cap isn't always correct in their supply amounts. But I had a comment someone left on the previous video. They're calling me dumb, saying Jasmy has to, or Jasmy's going to lock up these tokens. It's like a fact that they're gonna do this, and I never said that it wasn't gonna happen. I just talked about how there's lack of transparency about it happening, right? Obviously, there's a lot of people investing in Jasmy and have been investing in Jasmy. And even if you go back on my channel, you look at my first video I made on Jasmy, I talked about I'm investing in this with the hopes that they do lock up tokens, right? So it's not about me not thinking they're going to do it or thinking that it's not going to happen, but it's just a lack of transparency of it not being kind of announced yet. You look at this tweet here. I'm going to put all the links to these tweets in the description below. 77adc_Ripto. I've talked about this Twitter user before. I highly recommend checking them out. I'll put a link to their Twitter, this link to this tweet in the description below. Whenever I've doubts about Jasmy, I read the first page of the white paper and my doubts go away. My favorite line is, we are developing a business both from manufacturer perspective as well as becoming a market innovator. To become a market innovator, obviously the first page of the white paper here, we aim to data democracy by building decentralized democratic world where data is protected and inherently owned by each individual. Now, that is something that brought me to Jasmy, was their IoT lockers, right? Their information of things, the data that they were building, I think is obviously gets overlooked by the average crypto trader, just people that are flooding into Jasmy because it's trending on CoinMarketCap and people are talking about it online. The IoT platforms that they are building are strong, right? I don't want to take that away from them. You take a look at this tweet as well. The future of Web3 gaming. Sony patent from 2022 was just published to the public, describing a super fungible token, and game assets such as skins and weapons will become tokenized NFT, potentially allowing players to own their in-game assets, right? And this kind of does tie in specifically. This is, I guess, a rough draft of how it would work, but this definitely ties into Jasmy Coin with their IoT technology, like without question. And then this tweet here is by Jasmy US. This is not official Jasmy account. It's just I think Jasmy supporter. And then this tweet here: PlayStation recently introduced passkeys, secure way to log into your PS accounts without putting passwords. Guess what else would help to keep them secure? Jasmy, yep. And guess who makes PlayStation? Sony. It all makes sense. We talked about Jasmy Coin and their team coming from the Sony kind of executive branch. Kunitaki Ando, as well as I think Kazumasa Soto, both coming from Sony. So again, kind of stuff. There is stuff obviously that ties in and makes you bullish, extremely bullish actually on Jasmy Coin and where it could go. But again, we need that lockup to happen if we want it to go where we want it, where we think it go essentially. So again, let me know in the comments below how you feel about Jasmy Coin currently. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button. As always, have a great day.